Okay, so I know I'm doing another video very soon, but after I got done doing my video last night, my daughter came out in the kitchen to talk to me about these people who are on whatever social media platform she uses. We're discussing mediumship. So my daughter chimes in and is saying, well, my mom's that way, and there is some other people in our family that have certain gifts, not quite like mine, not as full force as mine, but similar. So what happened was they got on this discussion, and we have a guy who claims he doesn't believe in anything. I guess he's probably, I don't know what you atheist or whatever you want to call it. He just don't believe in anything because he's saying that when we die, we die. That's it. We're done. Okay, so first of all, my perspective on that is someone who's lived on this earth and had energy and was given love and was known by people, or was had that love from their parents if they were babies or what have you, already is born with so much energy. And you cannot tell me that when something passes away, that energy just disappears. It's not possible. There's things that I've been told from your family members that there's no way I would know. And sometimes it's the craziest things they tell me, but they're telling me certain things for a reason because they know that you will understand what I'm saying. I don't understand it, but you guys will. And so they give me those messages, so that you know that it's really them, and that so you can acknowledge, yes, I know what you're talking about, or here, let me explain this so you understand it, so you don't think, oh, this is a weird random story. So anyways, on this social media platform my daughter was on, there was a Christian woman who's claiming she's Christian, saying that, well, your family's not godly, or your mom is not a sister of God, kind of thing. And it cracks me up so bad. I mean, it does. It makes me. I want to get angry about it, but I can't because that's just me. I can't get angry about it because I've got to be able to understand that people have different opinions. People have different views. A lot of it's based on how we were raised and what religion we were raised in. So, and I'm not dogging any religion because, like I said, I was once Catholic and I kind of got away from that because I didn't believe everything they believed. So I totally understand religion. I studied it in college even. I mean, my big thing is one person cannot sit there and say, who claim to be Christian, this woman claims to be Christian, you cannot sit there and say that I'm not godly, or that your family is using white or black magic, or that your mom must have sold her soul to the devil, because this is the kind of things that's being said. All these crazy things. In the Bible, it says, she says, that you are not to something to your unborn child, or to your child. You're not supposed to burn your child so you can get wealth and riches, or whatever the dang saying was in there. I'm like, what the hell kind of shit is that? What Bible would even say something like, I mean, who would even say something like that? I mean, I just don't get it. I don't know if the Bible says that. I don't know because I've never read it in depth, so I can't say that it says something horrifying like that. But that's scary shit to me. That someone would even think of doing something like that to their child to gain riches or fame or fortune or what the hell ever. That's just nuts to me. But anyways, so I'm not dogging any religion, but this is where I have issues, is because someone who's telling me I'm not godlike or I'm not godly, never met me a day in their life, have no idea what I've done to help other people, or how I've been there for my own family, or the messages I've given to people so far, readings I've done for them so far, how much it has helped them heal and kind of get through some of that grief, and maybe become more understanding that their family is still around in heaven and things like that. You can't tell me that's not godly. I've never heard of such a shit in my life. And it just bugs me beyond belief that someone can tell my daughter, who's never met me, that I sold my soul to the devil, and that in the Bible it says you shouldn't summon spirits and conjure and blah, blah, blah. I'm not a witch, people. I am not a white witch, a black witch, a gray witch, yellow witch. I don't even know what all kinds there are out there, but I'm just saying I'm not any of those. I'm not a witch. I believe in God. I pray to God all the time, and I, think of kind things to do for people all the time. I've not sold my soul to anybody because I want to go to heaven. So like hell, I'm going to sell my soul to somebody bad, or whatever, so I end up in hell. That's not happening. That place would scare me if there is even a place like that. So my problem was my daughter's trying to explain, no, you don't understand. My mom does good. She's helped so many people, and blah, blah, blah. And this lady's like, honey, your family's either not telling you the truth or they're lying to you. They're not telling you the extent of what they do. And I'm just like, holy shit, people. And you claim to be Christian? I thought Christians were supposed to be understanding people, and they were supposed to be compassionate and believed in other people's views or opinions and did not knock them for that. I really wish I knew who this woman was, because I would so like to do a reading for her. But I don't. My daughter won't even let me know who she is, because she's like, Mom, please don't. I don't want you to get involved. I handle it, she says. So we'll let her handle it, I guess. But it just made me feel bad for her that she was having to defend her mom, because of course my daughter knows who I am and how I am as a person. So this is how I want to kind of explain some things. If you are a truly Christian person, then you have compassion for everyone. You're not going to knock their views, no matter what they are. You're just going to be understanding. And to be a true Christian, I feel that just because somebody believes a different way than you, you shouldn't be knocking them. And I'm not knocking anybody. I cannot help what's happening to me. I cannot help that I have this gift. It's just been given. For what reason? I'm not sure. I'm sure it's to help others on this earth restore faith in God. So if you think that's bad because I'm trying to help restore people's faith in God, then I guess damn me to hell or whatever. But what I'm saying is that this is where the Bible gets iffy for me, or not the Bible, but let's say people get iffy about what I do. Okay, so in the Bible, I've said this before, Moses goes to a mountain. On top of the mountain, he talks to God. God says, hey, you need to make these 10 commandments, right? So Moses makes these 10 commandments. Then he takes them down the hill to the people and says, hey, God gave me a message. This is what I'm supposed to do. These are the laws we're supposed to follow, right? Why did everybody believe him? What was the reason? God talked to him and everybody believed him. But I talk to your loved ones on the other side and people don't want to believe me. So that's where I'm kind of like trying to point out some, Mary, an angel appears in her window or wherever it says, appears and says, you're going to have the Son of God. And she was the Virgin Mary, okay? So she delivers this baby and he becomes Jesus, right? So when Mary got that message from an angel that told her she's going to carry the Son of God, why did everybody believe her? Everybody believed her. So much so that we have a book about it. So my problem is that this day and age, and as we have evolved as people, my thing is it was so easy for everybody to believe it back then when people got messages from God or angels or their spirits or their loved ones. They have it in a book, a big book about all these spiritual experiences. But yet someone that does what I do, it's not believable, right? Don't believe her. Don't believe her. Or don't believe that medium or don't believe that medium. Makes no sense. But everybody's going to believe all these spirits and all these angels that came down and talked to people and they wrote about it in the book. But this day and age, it's bad. But it wasn't bad back then. That Bible's lasted for how many centuries? So that's where I have an issue when I feel like people are so eager, some people are so eager to badmouth a medium or a psychic medium, whatever, badmouth them and say they're doing the devil's work, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing that, all these bad things. But I've never really come across any medium that's ever done anything bad. So I'm not sure where they're coming up with these bad things that they supposedly do. Grant you, I'm sure there's people out there that practice black magic or whatever that is. I don't know. I'm not into that. I don't go there. To each to their own. That's how I look at it. But my problem is if you're Christian and you believe in the Bible and you've read all those stories about how Spirit came and spoke to Jesus or spoke to Mary, the angel did, or God spoke to Moses on the mountain, you believe that, but you can't believe that someone this day and age has access to some of that information themselves. So I really wanted to have a discussion with these people on my daughter's social media the right way, because she's still young. She doesn't understand the extent I do and what I've been told from spirits in your family and different things, the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. It would be easier for me to explain it to them, but Lydia, this is Lydia's lesson. She's learning right now by a skeptic that's on there saying that a Ouija board, blah blah blah, black magic, all this stuff is bullshit. She's hearing a Christian woman who's saying that I'm not godly because I talk to spirits and that we're lying to her about what we really do and what religion we're really in. And here's my daughter who's been brought up to believe in God, who I've never ever told her or put a name to a religion. Like I didn't say you're Protestant or Catholic or Jehovah's Witness or Buddhist or Indian. I've never said anything like that to her. I've let her develop her own way of thinking. And from her life experiences and her own way of thinking, she knows who God is in her own mind. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if you're Jewish or Catholic or whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you have faith in God, that's all that matters. So I've never pushed religion on my children for that reason, because growing up Catholic, I've seen a lot of things that felt very hypocritical to me. And it's no offense against the Catholics. It's just how I felt in my own heart. And I felt like I was damned if I sinned unless I went and confessed my sins. And I don't feel like that's how it works. So I just kind of strayed from it, and I was a pregnant teenager. So that's not very accepted in the Catholic Church, especially way back in the 89. So I just separated myself because I didn't feel comfortable. I felt like any religion, no matter what they are, should be accepting of people, no matter where they come from, no matter what they look like, no matter how much money they have. That's what religion is about, is being accepting of all people, of all races, of all everything. And so I've raised my kids just to be good people. And that's what I tell them all the time. You don't have to go to church to be a good person. You can be a good person every day when you wake up in the morning, by the good deeds you do for others, or by the way you speak to others, or by the way you carry yourself and smile or wave at people or strangers or whatever. That's what matters. So when I hear a Christian person telling my child that I have sold my soul or whatever, it does upset me, because that woman has no idea who I am. She has no idea the good deeds I've done throughout my lifetime. She has no idea that I try to be the best person I can be. So I really like discussing this with some of those naysayers or skeptics, and it's not that I'm trying to turn them to believe in me or anything like that. It's just hard to understand where they're coming from when they quote the Bible so well and they know the Bible inside and out, but yet everything they're telling me from the Bible are things that God relayed to people, or angels relayed to people, or spirits relayed to people, and it's all in this book. There's your proof, it's in the book. So is she saying that if I didn't sit down here today and start writing stuff about my spiritual experiences in a book, and 500 years later they dig it up and find it, oh my God, what's this? And they open it up and they start reading the things that I've seen and this and that. What do you suppose would have happened to me? I mean, what do you suppose would happen to that book? Would people start making a religion out of it? Because, hey, spirit doctor, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of that that sense I get. And I'm not dogging religion or the Bible or anything. I'm just saying that you can't be a hypocrite, because when you read in the Bible and you see those things about spirituality, and the Spirit spoke to you, or angel spoke to you, or God spoke to you, and Jesus separated the waters, and all this stuff, but yet you cannot believe someone who is a medium. That makes no sense to me, because the stuff that's in the Bible you believe so wholeheartedly, but don't believe what I'm telling you from your family. So that's where that's at. So I just want, the lesson here is my daughter's learning a lesson. She's learning all the different points of view of people from all walks of life. And yes, it's hard not to be defensive, because she knows who I am as a person, and she felt like those people were dogging me, and they have never even met me. So the lesson today is compassion, understanding. Don't be judgmental. Open your mind and try to take in everybody's point of view. You know, you already know where you stand as a person, so it's not hurting you any. But just when you make comments about certain things, or get pissed off about religious topics or anything like that, just kind of have a little bit of compassion, because, you know, we don't know how certain people were raised, or what they were, you know, how devout they were in the religion or whatever, but they also need to learn to be compassionate and understanding with someone who has mediumship abilities, because I am far from evil. So far from evil. And I only do this to help people. And I want people to live their best life. I want people to restore their faith. I want people to heal. Because when we are carrying so much on our shoulders and it's weighing us down, we cannot prosper, you know, in life, because we got so much we're carrying. And it's time to let some of that shit go, people. It's time to let it go and work on today. And then when you wake up tomorrow, work on tomorrow. You see what I mean? And just be good people. That's all I'm asking. And don't be so judgmental about things, religions, or beliefs, or anything like that. We should accept them all. They all have something to bring to the table, no matter what religion it is. So, and I just wish that more people would understand mediums and realize that not all of us are in it for the bad reasons, or I don't summon spirits. They come to me. I don't summon them. I've never sold my soul to the devil, nor ever would I. I've never sacrificed a child to get this gift. Okay, I don't even know why this woman would even say something like that to my daughter. That's just horrendous to me. And she's Christian, and that just freaks me out, that even someone who claims to be Christian would even talk like that to a 19-year-old kid. So, and she was trying to be nice about it, but I understand, you know, when you're raised a certain way, that it's hard to get past that, or look past that veil kind of like thing, and see everybody's points of view. So I'm not judging anybody who's religious, because I'm religious myself. I wholeheartedly believe in God. You know, if it wasn't for that man upstairs, I wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for that man upstairs, I wouldn't have this gift. So to each his own. Just, you know, be cautious when you go into a discussion like that, not to open up your mouth and insert foot. That's all I'm saying. Just kind of say, okay, well, how do you feel about this? You know, reword your questions, or reword your statements to where it's almost like you're saying, well, this is how I believe. So what do you think about that? You know, or what's your topic on that? Or how do you feel about that? Instead of, this is what your mom is, or that's bad. And yeah, that was just too much for me. And she wouldn't let me get on there and do my little spiel, because she knows that when people say that stuff, it does hurt my feelings. It does hurt my feelings, because I don't want people to think that I am this horrid person, or that I don't believe in God, and I'm not Christian, and I don't want my daughter to think I'm going to hell because I'm doing what I'm doing. And I hope she don't feel that way. I mean, she says she don't, but you know, but enough people get in your head, sometimes you start believing the way they do. So that's my lesson for today, guys. Just try to have some compassion when it comes to all religions. They all have something good to bring to the table. And like I said before, one God with many names. So that's where I'm at with that. And if you guys have questions, please message me about this, or if you have Bible quotes that you want me to interpret what I think they say from my point of view, hey, more power to you. I will do it. You know, because I think that people are overlooking the big picture here. It's not about bad, it's all about good. And I can't speak for all the other mediums out there. I don't know how they work. I just know how I work. So, and I work from love and light and compassion and understanding and healing, and you know, that's what I work from. So that's what my mediumship's based on. All right, guys, have a good one. And I think I might just have to do a free reading this weekend. I can't decide if I want to do it on Friday or Saturday yet, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do another free reading for someone out there, just so you guys get to experience this, and it helps me practice. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.